Okay, so last time we stopped at finishing the first two pages for the newsletter. It used to be on left and the right, this kind of a look. If I open the page, you will see left and right, page 1 or 2. And then I decided to insert two more pages. So I changed them to the regular one on the regular magazine layout. So the page 1 is on the right side and left, right, 2 and 3. So by changing that, I just want to allow document page to shuffle, allow select the spread to shuffle and select this, and then it's changed itself. Okay. So we have this page number automatically set it up in InDesign. Okay. So command 0 is set document fit in the window. So I'm close this O1. I'm going to continue working on this newsletter. And today what we are going to do is the first thing we are going to insert more text in here. So at the first session, we copy the text from the text, the Word document or the simple text, and paste, create a text frame and paste here. And there's one way. There's another way. What we can do is very simple. Is if you have a text document, you can just drag and put in on your InDesign. Notice you got this content cursor here, and you just need to drag, create a text frame. Okay, so you will say, oh, this layout is very weird. Don't worry about that, because that is the paragraph style. What we use by default is, remember the last one, the tab paragraph style, which we used on the address, which doesn't need to be here. So we can click the basic paragraph. So the style changed to the basic paragraph, which is what we need. And there's another way. One way is copy and paste. There's another way is just drag and draw a text frame. So we also know this one is very difficult to read because your eye couldn't keep like all those pages like going to all the horizontal for almost 8 inches. So normally if you look at a magazine or newspaper, they divide the columns. How you can do that? One way is after you've done that, you go to text frame options, and on the column you see 2. So it's separated into 2. If you see 3, if you see 3, it changed to 3 column. And the gutter is the space in between the column. You can reduce this, okay, or you can increase this. So what I want to do is to put a 2 column. So that's one way you can do the text column. Or let me delete this big chunk. You do the text frame first. Okay, use the selection tool and text frame options. 2, I will say 3. Okay, balance column, gutter space, little bit smaller, and the preview, that's good, and you will say okay. And then after that, we load this text here, drag this on here, okay, and set up a basic paragraph. And we notice there is a little red square here with a plus sign. That we all know, that means there are more text hidden inside. So we need to create another page, insert a page after page 3 using master page A master. You can have a many master pages, different layout. You can have a B master, C master. So right now we only have one master page. We say OK. Here we are going to do the same thing. Create a text box and split into 3. And then we come to page 3. We click this plus sign and come here and linking page. We are familiar with this linking page. So that is from the page 3, we call it a threaded text thread. If you want to look at how it's a follow, so go to the text table wheel. Show text thread, wheel extra show text thread. So, and temporary access the space bar. You will see here, you see this, we call the thread. That's the one is telling you text is coming from page 3, goes to page 4. Okay, when you click, it tells you that. If you don't want to thread it, it's very easy. Just click that, break this thread. But right now we want this to be thread extra. We hide the text thread. Okay. And then we are going to do the next thing is using my power zoom wheel. I'm going to zoom, hold your space bar and hold down your mouse and use the wheel, and I'm going to zoom in to this section, a little bit smaller. Okay. I'm going to use this musical. This is the title. I need this title to expand across the 3 columns. How I'm going to do that? Select that by using selection tool and click this options, P paragraph format and control, and there is one called, there's a little sign called the span columns. Click here and it goes to 3. And I'm going to set this to align center. Okay. And here on the paragraph, I want this to be the title. So I need 3, need to be center. And I think I need another new paragraph style. So use the option and click this create a new style. Open this window. So I call this what if heading. This way I would know what's that about. So I need to go to the, I want to go to this shading. I want to change this color to the green color. I want this tint to be 10%. I want the top left. Okay. Overprint. That's right. The ruler. The rule I. Okay, that's okay. Shading. Top accent. Hyphenate. spanned. Okay, spanned 3 columns. Span columns. I'm just double check it. And the color is a black, so I want this to be this color, and check this overprint fill. Say okay. Here I'm going to select this text frame options. So I'm going to uncheck this. Going to set this to a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And then this, I believe it should be spanned as well, but I need to create another new text frame. Click a new paragraph style. Sorry. Option, click this. I'll say small title. So I'm going to set this to be 10. Okay. And tracking kerning. Okay, that's good. Align right. Yep, I want this to be aligned right. I want this to be span column. Span columns. Yes, all the columns. That's good. Let's say okay. So we have this one here. So I just need to have a extra space. I will go here, add a space 0. Okay, that's good. So I like this result better. So I select the Apple A, select all. I will add this to be 0.0625. Yep. So add all the space before the paragraph start, and also 0.0625, and also after the paragraph finish. Okay, that looks like nice layout. And then I also want the first letter to be job cap. I selected the, and we all know the job cap is, we go to A character. So it's here. So I'm going to do the 2. I think 3 is better. 2 is better. And here 3. Okay. And I'm going to do this word color in the color green. Okay. This way we give a nice, and I'm going to do the indent. So select all. So the first line I want to indent it to 1 pica. Okay. So it looks like nice finished. So it's automatically come here. Okay, just double check everything. Also, InDesign has a function you can check a spelling. We are going to do that later on. Okay, here 0. Feed everything to screen, and Shift W. Create a presentation wheel so we look at everything. Okay, good. Shift W back to the normal. So I'm going to use the text tool. A. So I'm thinking putting this into justify. That looks a little better. Justify, and the last line is to the left. Okay, and also we need to check if there are something weird. For instance, here after I use the justify, the space in between the letters, in between the word, is too big. So when you have this problem, select this one and go to the what we call the kerning and tracking. Go to the tracking and we set up this minus 15. I think 10 is also probably okay. Yeah, that's good. This way, I don't like this running truck thing, so we can get rid of that. So same here. This has a little problem as well, so we're going to do minus 10. Okay, perfect. I set it up. Okay, everything good. And we save as. I'm going to save as today's date, 29th. Okay. Also, I want to create a text frame. And I want to put a code here. Message about we are all part of the magic of entertain. So I'm copy this and going to copy this whole thing. C. I'm going to put into this text box. So I'm going to set this to be center. Double click here. So I'm setting this box. So this I need the letter to be little big. So I'm setting another paragraph style option. Click here, setting the text in box 12, 14, 19, 18. Okay, and then I'm going to change the font to like Erotica and bold. So I want this to be stand up. And then I need the color to be change character color. Need this to be the pink color. Overwrite. Okay. So anything else? I think I need more space for here. So I'm going to do 20 pt. And I say okay. So I create a text frame here. So I'm going to set up the text frame box. Link this. Alright. Then I'm going to use the want to set up the background to pink color, but it's in 10%. Okay. Then next thing, I click this yellow rectangle. I'm going to shrink this down, make it a curved line. Okay. So going to set up this. Okay, that's all good. After this, I'm going to put this right in the middle. I think this color, I don't like the pink that much. I changed to this green and I changed the text color into, I need to go to the paragraph style and text box. The text color where I defined is letter is too small, shading, drop cap, and character color. So I'm going to say, yeah, I think blue, this dark blue is better, or you can create your own, so that's okay. Got that. So I'm going to next using Command 0, fit everything here. I'm going to put this right in the center. While you do that, to see the pink line appear, that is your guide to see, okay, right now you are right on the center. Then I'm going to select the both text and this little thing. I'm going to click this text wrap. I'm going to use a text wrap to do this. And here I'm going to set it up. That's a push from the top and the bottom. So I wanted to wrap around the object, both left and right, and largest area. Okay. And if you want to change both left and side and towards the span, you can play around. If you choose play the span, so if it's on here, so here we'll have blank. So both left and right. I'm going to make it little. Okay. Work no. So all right here, I'm going to set to 0.0625 inch. Okay, so that's better. Need a little bit more, 8. Okay, that's a text wrap. So we wrap this little code here around it. So the next thing what we are going to do is going to save this. We are going to insert some images here and use a text wrap. And we are going to use the layer style, okay?